You're tuned into Capital Jazz TV. I'm your host, Jodine Dorsey. We are at the 29th Annual Capital Jazz Fest with the Tones.
I just want to tell the world this because, they stopped me from saying it a while ago. But
Come on, brother.
Whenever I see this woman here, I'm going to tell the world.
Oh.
Whenever I see her,
What do you say?
I know it's some money not far behind.
Come on, brother. Does she look like it and smell like it? You see what I'm talking about?
We are happy to be here with
Oh,
Sister
my
Jodine.
God.
It's been a while.
Let's go.
Couple of years.
So, if you will you introduce yourselves for me, please?
I be J Vito. That's who I be.
I'm Tui.
That's who he be.
And I'm Tony Lilo.
That's who he be.
And y'all represent the North Carolina?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
Tones.
Yes.
That's the
The
Tones
Tones.
do. So, I've got to ask you because it's a burning question here. The name has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be the HamilTones, formerly known as, but
Yeah.
now the Tones with the 3 as an E.
Yep.
Why the change?
Graduation for one word.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Not only graduation, but the Hamiltones had a style, distinct look, and we were the background singers, So in order to move to the front, that transition kind of needs to happen. And we kind of need to grow as well and show our audience that we are growing. I think we were younger men as the Hamiltones and we're growing into men. And as a man, you want to totally be able to be yourself.
Absolutely.
And here comes the Tones with that statement.
Do you find a difference even when you're creating now? The name change gives you a different kind of
Everything
feel?
has growing pains. We kind of just, knew that was because people, and we still say, we're the Hamiltones on all of our social media platforms.
True.
It's still the Hamiltones NC. But, we accepted the fact that it was going to be growing pains, but the efforts didn't stop. We just kept working that much harder and people took notice to it. So I think it's starting to get to the point to where people see us and be like, oh, those are the Tones. They used to be the Hamiltones, but they call themselves the Tones now. So that's generally what happens now.
I love it. I love it. We are the Tones, 2E, and you're okay with this. Like, did you fight them to keep the name the Hamiltones?
No, not at all. In short, no. I didn't
short,
fight at
no.
all. I felt like the change was needed, along with the growth.
Yeah.
That was needed as we grew into a new space in a new place. I think the name change was necessary.
Perfect. So talking about new growth, talking about new spaces, tell me about this new music, We Are the Tones.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. You ain't really say
I don't think it's much different from the things that you've heard. We do a lot of different styles. So, this is just another glimpse into just what we do. It's not anything far from what we've already presented, in my opinion.
Right.
I don't
That's
think
true.
it's too far off of what the people have pretty much seen. It's pretty consistent to what we've been bringing, I guess, for lack of better words, but what we've been bringing. Good music, good subject matter, and all the things that just make
My brother together.
good music.
You were going to say something, J. Vito?
No, I had to get my brother together. He had something on his shoes.
I appreciate
Okay.
that. I will say sonically it might be just a tinsy with because most of the stuff that we had at the beginning, most of it was more of a live feel.
Facts.
And this
Facts.
here is kind of like more really what I call, newer produced. So we got MPCs and we got, you know what I mean? Like it's
Are you working with new producers as well?
well, actually, this album we did a lot of the production and writing.
Nice.
Now we did work with a lot of not a lot, but a couple of producers. Greg Cox was one. He's
Okay.
actually from North Carolina.
Slick.
Slick.
Yeah.
He's world-renowned producer right now. And
Texas.
say it again.
He's out of Texas. I
Out of
believe.
Texas, exactly. Is there any more that I'm missing? I hate calling names because I be hating to miss somebody.
LaFell.
LaFell, who's also from South Carolina, but in North Carolina now. But point being is we kind of found this circle of people and tested our own skills this time too. And I'm actually proud of that because we've been getting a crazy good response off the music and we were nervous. We were like, is this good enough? Is this
Right.
good enough? You got, look who we're amongst. All of the people that are here performing, you got pioneers that had the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Who are we to come out and say, we're going to do it on our own, independent, we're going to make our own, whatever, But the people are taking to it and we feel good about it.
How do you feel about being independent during these times? I know the last time we spoke, you guys were just coming out. It was like a few years ago. This is pre-COVID. How are you now? How's it feeling being an independent artist?
Safe.
Mm.
It's a lot of things that we don't have to answer to. If anything wants to be done, you come see us. And I think it feels great, and I mean that in the humblest way possible. It's just, it feels great to be able to provide for yourself, whether it be music, finances, like anything. And this is the advantage of being independent. Anything that's generated is ours. Anything that needs to be spent is ours. So you win some, you lose some, and you gain some. So it's a learning process as well.
That's a fact. You win some,
You lose some,
and you lose some.
but you live. You live to fight another day.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So that's really what it is. But I wouldn't trade. And it gets to a point to where people believe that independence has a cap.
Mm-hmm.
It's all dependent on how you maintain your career, how you maintain yourselves. I believe we can stay as independent as long as God allows us to be here. It's just in how we take care of ourselves, if I can say that. And I think that we're doing good. But it's definitely a you'll learn from it. I'll
But
tell
for
you
those
that.
that want to join on in the ship and contribute in any way possible,
Yeah. Come
would
on.
love to have thee.
That's
You see
right.
what I'm talking about, brother?
But for those of you that out there
Show
that's
your
trying to do it, I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody
Say
told
something,
us,
man. Why you
save
over
your
there
money.
smiling, man? Say something.
Save your money. Huh? Save your money.
Save your money on what?
Just save your money. If you get it, save it. Because you might have stuff you got to pay for. And when you're independent, you got stuff you got to pay for.
Better believe it.
Absolutely.
Huh? Yeah.
Absolutely. And so congratulations also on I just saw this on Instagram when you guys did the Kathy and Hoda show. And
Yeah. Shout outs to him.
Right, on the Today Show. Y'all were
Yes.
looking all clean and stuff.
you,
Yeah, I mean,
thank
I was like, oh, okay,
Thank
I
you so
dressed up
much.
well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very proud of that. Very proud of that. Tell me, I know we've got to wrap soon, but tell me, how have you guys been during COVID? Like during the pandemic, how did you guys maintain? What were you? I knew you were dropping content online, but like, how did you guys pull through?
Dropping content, still trying to do little, virtual shows and
Right.
things like that. And as COVID began to release its grips on society, we began to creep out amongst the people slowly but
Facts.
surely. But it was definitely, we hit some rough patches
I'm
through
sure.
COVID, because being that we are independent, we are a show-driven group. A lot of our, the majority of our funds come from work shows. So when you can't do shows, it hits
Gotta
a
live
little
a little
different.
different.
When you're doing like virtual things, those weren't paying out like the normal shows. So we definitely had to get creative and try to approach things differently to pull through. And as you can see, we pulled through. Name
pulled
change,
Absolutely.
new albums, and
Yeah.
new singles, and all
Single
of that
drop
stuff.
just not too long
Yeah.
ago.
And during the pandemic, we actually put out a project
Yeah.
in the midst of the heighten of the
Oh,
pandemic.
1964.
Yeah,
I didn't think
1964.
about that. That's a fact.
We got a couple of scares. I mean, we had all of us came in contact with somebody that had it at the time that it was really hot out here.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of scares that would delay us. We had to quarantine, right back to it again.
Yeah.
And then we were able to drop this project, do videos, and
We made it work, man.
we did.
Persevered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we did.
And we do got a
Absolutely.
new single out.
That's right.
And I'm proud of this single.
Tell me what the name of the single, where did it drop, when did it drop, how do we get it?
Got So Much Love for You is the new single out. I want to sing some of it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. But see,
Okay, I'm sorry. Go
but
ahead,
see,
brother. What you
before
about
we get too far,
to say? Yeah.
along with that single comes a brand new album.
Yes. Yes.
So when you get one, it's gonna lead you to the other.
Now let's sing the single.
Now
Then.
let's sing it now.
1, 2, 3, and
Got so much love for you. Got so much love for you. Cap Jazz, I got so much love for you. Cause y'all always good to us. Ooh, ah.
yeah.
So go get that album.
Go get that album. Any place you download music, you can find the Tones music on there for
Yes,
sure.
ma'am.
TON3S.
3S.
These
How do
3S.
people stay in contact with you all?
All across social media platforms at the HamilTones NC for North Carolina. The HamilTones NC everywhere. We there, and we gonna love on you everywhere you find us.
Yes, sir.
It's always so good to see y'all.
Always
You
so
too.
good
And
to
it's
see you.
always a blessing to hear y'all voices, y'all melodies,
Thank
and
you so
just
much.
feeding our souls.
Thank
We
you so much.
appreciate
Thank
y'all.
you.
Yes,
for
ma'am.
sure.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
sure.
Thank you.
The Tones, Jodine Dorsey, Capital Jazz TV. Thank y'all for tuning in.